There are thousands of people out here. Some are here to walk and some are just here to watch. Some are wearing costumes and some aren't wearing anything at all. But so far it seems everyone is having a good time. This is just one of the maps on campus indicating the designated smoking areas. As you can see, there are only about 4 spots on this map. So if your class just so happens to be at Thornton Hall, you have to travel this entire distance just for a quick smoke break. This lush green grass you see is actually synthetic turf. If you look closely, you can see the black granules of rubber that make up its soil. It doesn't need to be watered and it requires very little upkeep. These emergency stations are scattered all across campus. How do they work? Easy. With the push of this red button, police are notified of the emergency. The question is, do students know where these stations are located? Mr. Port says Panda Express is just one of the candidates. Nothing is set in stone yet. In fact, during my report, a committee was formed with members of the Associated Students and UCorp, so there's hope for a resolution yet. The NERT program offers multiple trainings. It takes 6 3-hour classes to be NERT certified. The classes are free to the public and offered year-round. From San Francisco, Oscar Maciel, State of Events. Thanks, Bianca. Well, golf is known for its beautiful fairways, but high water rates are causing some greens to turn brown. However, the golf course at Golden Gate Park seems to be the land the drought forgot.
The Golden Gate Park golf course looks like a slice of paradise. Amazingly, it seems almost untouched by the dry weather. Courses like Glen Eagle in San Francisco show clear signs of thirst. The Parks course, on the other hand, lets golfers drink it all in. Tom Hensel is the course golf professional. He says unlike some courses, this one benefits from location.
Our conditions really haven't changed because of the drought. I think since we're so close to the ocean, a lot of the moisture comes off. And if you look at it right now, the course is almost completely wet from the dew, and that helps quite a bit as well.
But it's not the only thing that makes these greens so lush. The Parks and Recreation Department pumps up groundwater to irrigate the course.
We're on Golden Gate Park's well system, so all the water that we use, the park uses as well. We have cut down, instead of watering every day, now we only water 3 or 4 days a week, as needed. An average of about 30,000 gallons a week.
According to Tom, that extra moisture makes all the difference.
The golf course in the park is beautiful, but the Public Utilities Commission is concerned about that 30,000 gallons of water. Although the PUC says over 100 million gallons were used in Golden Gate Park this year alone. They hinted that the Parks Department needs to take a mulligan on water conservation. In San Francisco, Oscar Maciel, State of Events. Back to you, Sheree. Well, Christy, I spoke to one officer that says there are just more people riding bikes. More bikes means more theft. But to this officer, more riders means more Twitter followers.
Officer Matthew Friedman is part of the San Francisco Police Department's anti-bike theft unit. They use technology like bait bike tracking systems and digital serial number registration to keep thieves away and cyclists on the move. Officer Friedman's tech tool of choice is Twitter.
I run a Twitter account, and we do a website too, parkstation.org, where we have a bike theft area. But the Twitter account specifically has been fantastic for offering out information to the community at a very quick speed. And I have people tweeting to me all the time pictures of chop shops, of stolen bikes, of recovered bikes, and we'll put out recovered bikes. And we've been able to match victims with their bikes that way.
Twitter lets Friedman connect with cyclists while sending a message to thieves, like this post of a possible stakeout.
I want to really just put that message out there that, the next time you break into a garage, we could be waiting for you. And it's a serious crime. Burglary is a serious issue, and we want to deal with this, and we want to try and get people, and especially thieves, to understand that you can and will be arrested for doing this. We're not afraid to sit in a garage and see if we can't arrest a thief that way.
The Anti-Theft Unit website and Twitter account allow you to find information on workshops and bike locks such as this, meant to look like handcuffs. One end goes against the frame of your bike while the other connects to a pole or a bike rack of some sort. The website lets you see if the lock is good for you and your bike. Reporting live from San Francisco, Oscar Maciel, State of Events. Thanks, Christy. Well, San Francisco Police Department's mounted unit is the second oldest in the country, next to New York. So naturally, they have a lot of history, but they also have a lot of heart. These officers absolutely love what they do, and they love their four-legged partners.
If you're riding these guys, you cannot get lost in Golden Gate Park because they know how to get back to the barn.
Meet Officer Wendy Frisk and her partner Bubba. They're with the city's mounted unit in Golden Gate Park. Like most officers in the unit, working with horses is what brought her here.
My husband was asking me what I wanted to do. I said I want to ride the horse in the park. And he said, well, why don't you go do that? Well, I had to become a police officer first, so I did.
The mounted unit does mostly ceremonial appearances, like parades and work with children. But this month, they're getting ready for the rodeo.
At each show, they have an opening ceremony and national anthem, and we present the color guard for that. They have a color guard competition, so last year we've entered every year. They've had the color guard competition, and last year we took first place. So
the mounted unit works hard to win trophies, but for officers like Matt Castagnola, it's a chance to do what he loves.
The first time I rode into the arena on horseback and heard my name announced by the announcer there that I'd been listened to for 30 years, it was bone chilling. You know, it was a lot of fun, and it's great riding the horse in that arena.
Officer Castagnola says the unit plans to defend its title this year. The rodeo is this weekend at the Cow Palace in San Francisco. But if you miss it, you can catch Bubba and the gang at the rodeo next weekend as well. For State of Events, I'm Oscar Maciel. Back to you in the studio.